Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining me here today. If you found yourself here, there may be a message for your healing journey, soul's evolution, and or transformation, or simply information. Today I would like to talk a little bit about rescue animals and or maybe you've adopted animals or children and what their need is, especially if they have a lot of trauma. Trauma lies within the body, mind and soul, and everybody's unique journey is their own, but it's similar to others. It doesn't matter if they're animal or human, they have a soul, and what they need is love. Love, compassion, trust, and sympathy. Animals can't always tell you what they've gone through, and or maybe they didn't come with paperwork so that you even knew their age and where they've been along their journey. So it's important to just be gentle. And if you are a special person that's a rescue parent of an animal or a child, you know that you have the gifts to heal them as they do you, for it is your journey. So we need to treat animals with sympathy and respect and give them love, because once they're healed, they show it back to you 10,000-fold. So recently I've been introduced to a few rescue animals of people I know, clients, and they have a beautiful soul that's been injured, traumatized, and tortured. A lot of us have, but rescue animals are something spectacular, and horses even, sometimes dogs, exhibit the similar energy. But horses themselves, big and strong and tall, but can be vulnerable and weak, as we all can be. So, leaning into their energy, building trust is important, and love for them, because they want to give you love back. They just aren't sure about you, and you have to earn their trust. They want to be stable, they want to be unconditionally loved, supported, fed, nurtured, even brushed. Can you imagine? Never been brushed. Especially as a horse, their mane is beautiful, but if it was cut off, they don't feel well. Maybe their self-esteem is injured. So it takes some time, and maybe they've never had a treat. Some dogs get treats for just rolling over and just sitting on your lap. Sometimes horses have never had treats. They've been used and abused by people who buy them as workhorses, and at a young age, maybe their joints weren't fully developed, nor their heart, and they were literally whipped, hurt, injured, traumatized. Of course, they were just used for whatever they could be used for. Fed the very minimum, barely even water, or maybe once a day they were fed. Maybe they had a stall where it was never kept. It matters to keep people clean, feeling good, fed, supported, nurtured, and loved, for it matters. So I had the privilege to meet a few of these, and they're beautiful souls, unlike anything else. So what I did was earn trust. Brought some treats and an apple. Of course, some of them loved it, and they wanted all of it. It was magical and interesting. It's my new favorite word for everything. It encompasses everything, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, and funny. So I had some apples and carrots. This one particular horse didn't like the carrots at all. Of course, I was told not to bring sugar cubes. However, I did. You know I did. And so I cut a piece of apple off and I ate it. I explained what it was and I ate it. And it was perfect, because then he trusted. And then with the hand held open, he came towards me and ate the parts of the apple that he wanted. And then even the little sugar cube. And he loved it. He looked at me like, why are you doing this? What's coming, right? And that's trauma. Why are you doing this? What do you want from me? I said, nothing. So I got to walk him back and forth to the stable and into his stall. a few times, and we stopped to look at the sun and talk. And I told him about my trauma. And he looked at me with his beautiful eyes. Didn't really know what to say. He stopped and looked. You knew he wanted to protect me, but he was so injured, and I told him he didn't have to. That I was just there to be his friend. And of course, the other ones in the stall were wondering what's going on here. They became protective of the one that was the weakest, kind of like birds do. They fly in formation. So, as we earn the trust, each day, whether the weather was cold, rainy, snowy, it was a beautiful bond of trust. And in educating the owners, the new owners, I'm sure this horse has been lots of places, and I could feel into the story, and it was sad. Trying to help heal the earth, and commune with all the people, his guides that can help him. I told the owners they needed to give him love. What they wanted was some horse to ride, a show horse, and that wasn't going to happen. So of course, this one horse knew the difference. One more betrayal, one more hurt, one more person that's not there lining up for me, showing me love unconditionally. So I show up unannounced and give it to him. Now the owners want to trade him, and so we know what's going to happen. So I told the owner, the bigger picture is you're supposed to learn your lessons to show unconditional love to one person in this world, not just your children. And it's not a material world. It's about love, and this one soul that you've been blessed to rescue will show you that 10,000 times more than you can ever imagine. So the bigger picture is sometimes you have to see what God has planned for you and open yourself up to it, because then that one horse along the other ones you have can collaborate and be in peace because they found their family. And he wants so much to be part of a family who loves him. So those of you that are listening that have rescue dogs and have adopted children, and or maybe have special needs children, kudos to you for giving unconditional love and support, no wavering, and advocating for them. For sometimes there's a bigger picture, and what you receive back is more than you can imagine. So I hope this helps today. Just remember you matter, and so it is. Namaste.